guys, today I want to share a book with you. This book is Factfulness. It was written by Hans Rosling. Um, he was a medical doctor, a professor of international health, and a top lecturer. So we will begin with the introduction. So here are the main ideas of the introduction. First of all, he discovered a fact that everyone seems to get the world systematically wrong, and then he find some reasons to explain why we have a wrong worldview, and then he gave us some suggestions on how to develop the fact-based worldview. So here's the first part. How the author discovered the fact that everyone seems to get the world systematically wrong. It will begin with a story. Um, the author was a medical student at university. In a lecture, the professor showed a picture of X-ray of a saw swallower. Wow, the author felt really excited because when he was young, her dream was to be a circus performer. So this picture um reminded him of her childhood dream. So the professor told him that um when it was stuck, you can just put your chain bomb forward so that the passage would be straightened. So according to the professor's words, the author tried to put a fish rod into his throat, but failed. And then a couple years later, he saw the patient who was a saw swallower. Wow, and then he knew the secrets of how to swallow saw. It is because that the throat the throat is flat, so you can only put flat things into your throat. So the author made a conclusion that the seemingly impossible is possible, and he thought that this story inspires people to think beyond obvious. And the second story is about some experiments made by the author. He collected a few questions about health, education, gender, and poverty. And then he asked some ordinary people to do this test. However, most of them got a very low score. Then the author started to think that maybe why most people got such a low score. He thought that maybe their knowledge was outdated because most of them may stop learning this knowledge after graduation from the school. So he tried to teach some knowledge. He tried to teach some knowledge to the people. However, one time, there was a lecture he gave to his audience. After the lecture, when they were seeing the lecture, the audience maybe were feel inspired. However, after the lecture, they were still stuck in their old negative worldview. Um, and then they still have the wrong idea about the world. So so the author gave this the author asked some elite to do this task, including scientists, politicians, professors, um, and some successful businessmen who the author thought that these people will know the world better because they have to make the right decision, right? However, these people, these successful people, got a lower score than ordinary people, and then and then the author organized a group of chimpanzees to do the test. You may wonder, how can chimpanzees finish a test? Um, yes. Um, the scenario was that the author speak loud about this question, and then when the chimpanzee listened this their voice, when the chimpanzee listened these these questions, they will they would choose a banana that labeled A, B, or C. So it was a random answer actually. The fact was that the chimpanzees got a higher score than human being. So why chimpanzees beat human being in this test? Um, the author made a conclusion that it is not a question of intelligence. Everyone seems to get the world systematically wrong because the author thought that human being may have uh, human being learn some knowledge, and they may have a negative attitude towards the world. They may um, they may think that the world is worse. However, the truth is that the world is better than they imagine. So when people try to make a guess during this test, they may prefer a worse situation, a worse answer. Yeah. So why we have this wrong worldview? It may date back to ancient times. It's about something kind of evolution. We have so many instincts. Um, yeah. For example, um, in ancient times, you have to make swift conclusions when facing with danger, so that you can make quickly response to some dangers. And we are craving for fat and sugar because these these are good sources for energy, especially in a period that food is scarce. And we are interested in dramatic stories because it is a good way to collect information. However, things were changed. Things have changed over centuries. Um, our worldview may be useful in the past, but now it may be a little over dramatic. So, how to control our over dramatic attitude toward the world and to develop the fact based worldview? The author suggests that we can make some decision according to the data, not our feeling, not just according to our feelings. Um, and he will teach us how to uh, develop a fact-based worldview in the rest of the book. So here's some contents of the book. I can see that it may it has a lot of its instinct. Yeah. And next time we will talk about the chapter 1, the gut instinct. So thank you so much.